This is our hotel in Urubamba, Peru. It's in the middle of the Sacred Valley. Today we were to spend the day just like a local. This is a shaman. He's 100% Incan, and he is also a doctor. We began our day the way the locals begin their day, with participation in a healing ceremony. The shaman puts together a package of cookies and candies and sprinkles, not sure what that has to do with health, and then we have to put our leaves around the side of the package. Then the shaman bundles up his little knapsack and whacks us on the head and the bum with it. You can see the shaman on the right here. He started a little fire and then he bundles up the package and burns it, and we all sit around looking at each other. Here's a little bit better photo of our shaman. It's kind of cute, don't you think? This is a picture of Len shortly after the ceremony. He's feeling pretty peppy. I just threw this photo in here because I couldn't believe a cactus was named Tuna. Anyways, I thought it was funny. This is the church that is right in front of the location where we had the healing ceremony. And this is the sanctuary of the church. And last but not least, this is the garden of the church. Then we took a stroll through town as we had to make our way to the market to pick up all the groceries to make dinner. This is the town of Calca, which is where we had to go to the market and find all of the items or ingredients for our dinner meal, which our list was given to us in Spanish. This is me nearly getting run over by our local public transportation. It was a good day. I made it out alive. Starting the amazing race here in the city, Calca. See who can get their items first. This is inside the market where we had to hunt down all the ingredients for dinner. School is out for summer vacation, so that means the kids were at the market today. And this girl's a little small. I don't think she's in school yet anyway. Since I won the amazing race today, I had time to browse around and make new friends. Here's another little girl with her mama doing her shopping. Since I won the amazing race today, I had time to do a little extra shopping. This is the cake lady where I got some chocolate cake. I also had time to make friends with some of the locals. This lady here has quail eggs and she's boiling them up. Len thought her quail eggs were delicious. Let's just say Len's lucky that this was a non-elimination leg of the amazing race, because he did not do as well as I did. Anybody for some chicken for dinner tonight? This area is the barley, wheat, and alfalfa section that people buy to feed their guinea pigs. And yes, we had guinea pig for lunch today. So Len saw that the locals weren't really doing their job properly, so he decided to take the bull by the horn and show him how to get it done, man. I say he was made to do this, as he did not win the amazing race today. You go, boy. You go. Work it. Come on. Come on. There you go. There you go. Well, since I nearly got run over by a tuk-tuk, they thought that we needed to have a lesson in proper tuk-tuk etiquette. So yeah, here we are in our tuk-tuk, cruising through town. This is what our tuk-tuks look like. As part of our day in the life today, we had to get around town in public transportation, and this is actually normal public transportation. After we picked up all of our ingredients at the market, we had to walk through town to pay our respects and learn about how people are buried at the local cemetery. You're probably wondering why I added this photo, but those little red blobs in front of the building indicate that these are bars. And if there was a basket hanging outside the building, it would mean it was a bakery. These are typical homes that you see everywhere. We actually also saw them a lot in Jordan when we were there, and the poles on the top mean that the home is still under construction, and thus they don't have to pay as high of taxes. This is a typical burial at the local cemetery. If you stack people on top of one another, you only have to pay for one plot, and they are all buried above the ground here. They also have the file cabinet section, which is pretty similar to one we saw in Punta Arenas, Chile. This is what happens if you don't pay your annual rent. Grandma gets dug up, and I guess they burn her someplace, but you don't pay your annual premium, you don't get your spot anymore. There are two sections, or maybe more, of the cemetery where they're either below the ground or above the ground. And if they don't pay their rent on the above the ground, they vacate those as well, and grandma or grandpa or whatever get burned somewhere unknown to us. Our next stop was a demonstration on how they make corn beer. It's quite a process making the beer. I think all in all it's only 18 days, or I guess that's quite a good bit of time. They demonstrated the entire process, and then we got this piddly little sample. I guess instead of beer pong, they have this game. Not quite sure what the name of it is, but they call this the drinking game. And no, we were not drunk. Although maybe that could be his excuse. Next, we stopped and met our lunch. These are guinea pigs. And yes, they are going to be on our plate today. We were guests at the home of a local family, and this is us grinding up the chili sauce because we're making stuffed peppers. This is the mama, and this is how she cooks the stuffed peppers. They're delicious as she put a dough on them, and then she kind of deep fried one side. They were really good. We had a corn drink for lunch, and no, it's not alcohol. It's just corn. And here are the guinea pigs. I always like to pet my dinner before I eat it, don't you? Aren't they cute? This is what our plate looks like, and all these items, except the guinea pig, we got at the market today. Didn't we do a good job? Our dessert was from a tomato tree. It's really good and quite mild. This is the upstairs unit of the house we had lunch in. I just thought it was interesting, as there's a toilet on the third floor and not much else. And yes, we did it all today. We went and got the food, picked it up, cooked it, cleaned up. It was a great day. Our last stop of the day was at some famous potter's house. We learned how all the pottery is made, and then how they set it outside to cure it in the sunlight. The potter rescues animals, and here he's got a couple of llamas